Welcome to another class on Counselor Business Innovation Campus. Today we are going to be talking about a magic figure called 100. Now the question you might be asking is, what has 100 got to do with you as an individual? Now 100 is the number that will determine those that will be very rich versus those that will be very poor. Now you might be wondering, what has 100 got to do in making you deciding if you are going to be rich or going to be very poor? A few years ago in the 1940s, stroke 50s, a group of researchers at Harvard Business School wanted to find out, is it possible for a group of people to actually end up poor and for others to end up rich? And they decided to study a particular graduating class of 100 young men. And they tracked their life over the course of 34 working years. And at the end of 34 years, what did they discover? These researchers found out that in a class of 100, out of every 100 group, that 5 will be very rich. Out of every group of 100 young people, young workers, 15 will be rich and successful. 20 will be living an okay life, while 60 will be broke. Now this research has been done over and over and over again, and still the same result has been gotten. It means that if you look at 100 of your age mates, people in your category, and you have been in business or you've been working for the past 10 to 15 years, that in that your category, 5 of you will be very, very successful. 15 of you will be successful. 20 will be living an okay life. Why 60 out of every 100 will be very broke? But then you might ask, okay, if 40 are okay in life, while 60 are successful, what then can somebody do that will separate their life and place them in the category that will be very, very successful? And one key factor was found among the top 40 group. And that key factor is what I want to discuss with you today. And it's only one factor differentiated those who are successful from those who are not. And it's called goals. It was found out that those who are successful, each of them has set a key career goals for themselves. And now we might ask, those 40 that were successful, how come 5 were super successful while the other ones were okay? They were okay but not so successful. What differentiated them from others was 1, focus on the goal. 2, discipline. It was discovered that if you want to be successful in life, number 1, set up key career goals for yourself. And once you have set up those key career goals, keep your focus on those goals. Keep them before your eyes on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. And as you are focused on those goals, you start to notice that distraction will start to come along. Distractions that try to move you out of path of your goal. And that is where discipline comes in. The people who discipline themselves to stay focused on those their big term goals are those who end up becoming super successful. Now my question to you is, what 10 years goal have you set for yourself? What career goals have you set for yourself in the next 10, 20 years? For instance, at Counselor, we say that our 10 years goal is to become the leading business, support ecosystem. In the next 10 years, we want to build an ecosystem whereby any young business person who wants to ensure that their business thrives will know that they must key into our ecosystem. An ecosystem that provides you business support and ensures that you get the right staff and ensure that you get the right financing for your business. That is our 10-year goal. Now the question also, or the second goal that we have is to help secure recruitment, secure job for at least 1 million Nigerian youths. Now this is where we have focused all our attention and energy. And we ensure that our focus remains on those 2 areas and we are disciplined to stick to them. Now my question to you is, what 5-year goal have you set for yourself? In the business that you do, in the work that you do, what clearly defined 5-year goal, 10-year goal have you set for yourself? And if somebody sees you tomorrow and asks you, can you list those goals? And in next 30 days, if I ask you, what area have you focused your energy on? Or if I analyze your next 30 days, will I find you focused on those goals that you set for yourself? Or will I find that you have deviated and been distracted from those goals? My brother, my sister, don't build poverty into your life. Don't build failure into your life. Success is something that anybody can build into their life to achieve greatness. A few weeks back, a young man came to me and he was discussing the job that he wanted to go and was asking me if I could help him secure another job. And when I looked at him, he had been working for the past 20 years. And at 20 years of work, he was still looking for another job. Don't allow that to be your story. Make sure that you start to plan for your success from today. Make sure that you start to set roadmaps that can guide you and that you stick towards achieving a key, clearly defined career goal for yourself. If not, in the next 10 years, we might meet somewhere and you'll be telling me about this lecture that you listened to. You might be telling me that you were one of Counselor Business Academy classes and I talked about setting goals and that you listened to it but you failed to run with it and that today you are still looking for a job. Or you might meet me and say, see, you talked about this 10 years ago and I picked up a career goal and I stuck with it. That today I'm one of the top 10% of my 100 group and I'm very successful in what I do. So, tomorrow we'll be discussing on that topic. And we'll be expanding on focus, we'll be expanding on discipline, and we'll be expanding on goals. So that for those of you who want to understand how you can work on your goals, who want to learn how to keep yourself focused on your goal and to be disciplined, join us in tomorrow's class as we expatiate more on that. And to join, you can send us up a WhatsApp message on 080-2094-5693 or follow us on any of our social media platforms where we share on the next coming lecture, where we'll be talking about the next coming lecture. And our social media handles are Counselor University. Just check out Counselor University on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and on other social media platforms. And you will be glad that you follow us.